Okay, we are recording. This is Durwood King with ELC 117 on Thursday, March 11, 2021. And this is for Taekwon and for Zach, those of you that are can't be with us for a few days. And I hope you're doing things are going okay. I'm going to roll the card around from lab to lab. We're in the shop today. I did add chapter 7 to Moodle for your worksheets. So chapters 1 through 7, if any of them, if you have it done, you can continue on with those while you're out, and let me know if you have any questions about any of the chapters. And I'm going to roll it this time. Which one of the, are you on the one of those single phase? Okay. Guys, what we're doing here, we're checking the high voltage single phase motor that Brandon has done. I don't know whether you've done this one or not, but it's the single phase motor, and we're going on the high voltage connection over here. So this is something that you've either done or going to do when you get here. So you can see right there where line 1 and line 2 come in. Your 208, in our case, 208 volt would be line 1 and line 2 come in. There goes your connections with your wire nuts. I'm just going to verify that that's what it got. So your line 1 would be with blue only, and that is true. He's got blue only for line 1. That's correct. And he's got orange, red, white bundled together. That's correct. And then he's got the yellow and black for line 2. So everything is matching the diagram. And we're going to cut it on. Nice job. Thursday tonight. Thursday tonight. You get a lot of interstate people, don't you? Yeah. People traveling. So we get a lot of Now, that motor can go low or high, so it can, on farms, like on hog farms, and turkey farms, they'll always go high. The same motor can go 120 or 115, depending on how you speed it. So you go ahead and cut it on. Okay, now, cut it off. Look at which way this is at. It's going clockwise. So have you done a reversal yet over here? Yeah, we did on the road. So what would you do here to reverse? Which line? Which line? One and two. Yeah, that's right. What do you mean, the incoming wires? Yeah. No. That's the for single phase motors, it's different. You have to go in there and you're going to interchange the black T5 and the red T8. So the red one right here, and the black one that goes in the right one. Right. You take that red one there and that black one from within the motor, and you will redo those. Yeah. So let's let you do that. Let you walk around. And the meaning behind that was this: is the T5 to T8 are the start winding. So what you're doing, you're flipping the start winding in relation to the regular main windings. And you leave the main windings alone as far as the polarity on the incoming line. If you only switch the incoming lines, that motor won't change direction. If you're dealing with a you already checked me on that one? I don't know. That's what I had. Me and Kevin. So when did you? This time. The logo was just the 120 over there. Huh? We did that. We used to say that. So what? So we got a double deal here to where you did it and you did it and we didn't know, nobody knows who did what. It's okay. It don't take 5 seconds to do this. I'm already good. What's your mask? Monroe. You got your mask? Yeah. Call me for you. No, you're good. So what do you? Is that 2.0 supposed to be 9? Right. So in real life, when would you get a fault like that? If I hadn't tampered with the number. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Motor going bad, bearings locking up. Well, on the 3-phase, they don't use the start capacitor. They don't need it on that. But in real life, it would be the machine could be jammed, bearings could be bad on your load or on the motor itself, or wires short that draw. In real life, drawing too many amps for whatever reason. So that's exactly right. Yeah. I didn't want to change nothing back to you. Yes, sir. Absolutely. And how I found out, just went to my codes, F7, motor overload. Yep. And excessive motor load exists. Reduced load, so drive output current does not exceed the current set by perimeter. Your change check. So you rearrange and you put orange, black, and white in the bundle. Right? You did a yellow and red. What you did is you separated the 2 wires that actually connect that capacitor. These 2 wires, one of them goes to the capacitor and the other one goes straight to the start line, and it's a different switch. It's a spring-loaded switch. If you start it up, you get about 75% of your RPM, your top RPM, and that switch swings both under force, centrifugal force. And when it does, it actually takes this out and it removes the start circuit out and it only runs on the main. So these can go bad. Remember us checking over one day. Those can go bad. They typically go bad. And then the motor will just sit there at home and maybe turn real slow and not go and never kick off completely. So you can start that. And so this time we should see the motor go the other way. Okay? Cut it off, and it's going the other way. And so you would need to do that sometimes. Some fans need to push out, some fans pull in, some conveyors go this way, some go that way, or all of it. Depends on what it is, which way that thing's going to go. Yeah. So this. All right. Now hold on a minute. Cut back on. You got to do some measurements. You got to do some measurements. Great. So what you do now is lock it out. Right? Lock that thing out, and you get it unlocked. You get all your measurements. You get all your measurements. Remember, management quite fine down while we do the measurement. We actually got you on the board also. Yeah, you got to do good. Yeah, that's right. So in that case, you'll get one from you 3 minutes, put some rock on there. You 3 minutes, check home, make sure it's made right. So, go ahead and cut that on. So we want to do a few voltage checks here. It does fall over. Check your incoming power by going phase to phase coming in. Your angle where the camera can see your meter. He's checking the incoming wires. He's got the 209, check the 208, can be as high as 240. And check each one of those ground. It should be one track. You find your ground connection. And now, so on your incoming wires, each one of them are 120 apiece to ground. That's correct. Now check your outgoing wires below the fuse. Each one of them is ground. Make sure you get that 120 apiece. Good. Very good. And then check phase to phase on the bottom. You should get that 208 also. Okay. Very good. Now let's check amps. So just click the meter over the amps. With the amps, you don't use the closed. You're going to use the torque. You use the fork, or you use the closed jaw clamp. It has a clamp another good. You get around the most convenient place that you got the most wire to get in there, the incoming fine. So you get how many amps? You get 4.2. Okay, now check the other one. 4.0. Great. Now, shut that off. And let's talk about the amps. So you're drawing around 4.1, 4.2. Now your amps at 230 should be what? 6.5 under full load. If you don't really have a load here, mechanically you're not driving that, you're below. You're below that 6.5. Okay. So the point is, if you exceed this, you have issues going on like the oil fuse, tripping breakers, then you've got to start troubleshooting and finding out is your mechanical load overloading the motor or something going on with the motor. That you got something wrong with the wire. That makes sense. Very good. You can lock it out and unwire that. I'm saying that also.
Go ahead and grab that. Right on the main plate, it's on the main plate. It's up there. Yeah.
You're talking about. Yeah. You got it? All right. On 4 there. Yeah. Check 7. Yeah.
No, because I got to look to see who, I mean, some of the earlier ones, somebody still had it done, I think, some of them. Just add that 7 at the bottom of it, and I'll.
I'm gonna raise that one, really good, you just write it in the corner, who needs to do.
That's fine. That's fine. Well, I want to put 7 under 6, though, so it'll be in order. Yeah, put 7 under 6, so everything will be in order. You can still bring your board over.
All right,
You can still bring it over, but we're gonna move somebody else out. We're gonna have to start doing it from here on out. We're gonna do two more sheets a week. We'll do 2 chapters a week to get all of them in the semester. So for this week, hey, everybody listen, for this week, it's chapter 6 and 7 worksheets. For next week, I'll do 7 and 8, and then it'll be 9 and 10 after that, it'll be 2 weeks. And, so try to, there's not time to do it all in class, okay? You got to sit there on your own. They take a couple hours, 2 hours to make the plan. You got to do 2 hours to plan. It's all you have 8 hours to put in the next hour, you have to do 6. So those 2 have to be done like, that's how plan is done. I don't like it. I can do Steve all the time.
If anybody hasn't done the single phase high voltage, you can have it. It's ready to be wired. The single phase high voltage. If you haven't done it, and then you know, get your name on the board after you've done it.
Yes, Rob.
Yeah, I would. One thing that you can't see, see where the clamps are. Actually, inside the sack. That's one thing about it. I don't have enough space.
You have to know this, I've done this. That's like the beginning.
Looks like it's not all the way in the south. When they go in, they gotta go in all the way to the end of it, all the way in the kitchen. All the way in that part, they don't have fresh food. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's what I'm thinking. You should see a little sketch of it. You can actually, it's a little bit of food, and you make a whole line to do it, so it's going in, and that's how it goes out. Usually when they don't grab it, it's probably not all the way.
Yeah, I got 235,000 on it, but you know, trucks. It's like Justin said, you put like 400,000 on it, so you take care of it. You take care of it. All right. You do a little.
keep forgetting to bring the camera over. It's hard to remember. You've got a real class here. It's hard to remember to keep up with the Zoom camera and to include them. It's difficult to remember. If I'm doing nothing but Zoom, it's different. I concentrate good, but try to do both. It's tough. So right now, whoever may be watching, and I'm gonna have to check his wiring, and when I get room to get in here, we will. It's gonna be hard for you to see on the screen what I'm doing, tracing that out. So this is not gonna be a good thing for you remotely to be a part of. Number two. Yeah. It's hard to move the camera around enough for you to be participating in this part of it. So for whoever may be watching, this is a circuit that Eric has wired up, and I'm going to check on this is your run jog with the lights on the plywood board. And let's see if you two guys have done it. Actually, I know that Zach has done it, and Taekwon. Taekwon has not been checked on the run jog portion, but Zach has. And I've got bugs, Zach, if you're listening, I've got bugs in your board for you to troubleshoot. I put I put three bugs in your board that you'll troubleshoot when you get back in person. So Taekwon, you would be the only one that hasn't been checked on this. I think you've actually done it. That was his board that got moved in.
No, Taekwon.
Taekwon is out. Alex was getting checked on. He's got all those wires need to be done. So anyway, Taekwon, when you get back, that'll be your next thing to go through and get checked on this one. We added the run jog switch that'll interrupt your holding circuit. So when you put it in jog, it cuts out power to 13. So it doesn't let the holding circuit work. It only works on the start button as long as you press it and hold it in. So it puts it in a jog mode where you just bump it. And then the lights. We've added the lights in there. You've already got that with Alex, the green and the red. So when you get back, we're going to verify yours is okay, and we'll test it. Then we'll give you credit for it. And this is Eric's board right here. We're getting ready to check. Your board, Taekwon is over there. We move to the side. If you're watching the recording, that nobody's in the session right now. Yeah, But I am recording this. Yeah. That's good. You went to stop, you left stop, and you went to start, and you went to start, and you also went to job. That's correct. You left your start. Okay, now let's trace through here. I messed something up. So when you leave, if you came in, you start right there, that's fine. When you left, stop, you came into the stop, and you left the stop, when you went into the start button, that's fine. And you also went into the job switch, that's fine, all that's good. Now, when you leave the job switch, on the 13, that's good. Okay, and then when you leave the start button, the start button, that's good. Leave one. Also, that should be going to your green light. You're good. Good. Neutral. That's fine. That's good. That'll be neutral for your red light. Red light, 22. Number 21. That's it. Ready? I check the motor and all this. Make sure I got you wire. Let's go. These classes are too short, and Barney's here, the welding department, same thing. He's trimmed them back out and everything. It's by the time they get set up, it's time to go, and they go to see 2 days a week instead of 4.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And do it longer. We used to have 4 hours a day, 2 days a week.
Yeah.
Motor controls. When it's like that, you get something done. Most people did get something checked, during that 4 hour period.
See if Barney will let us do that next Friday.
The exam. We make
Did that work for you next Friday? This Friday I got something to do, but next Friday I'll be free.
Yeah, all right. So we're looking at doing it next Friday.
Yeah. Well, let me see what my wife's schedule is. It don't come out till Saturday. Her schedule don't come out till Saturday.
All right, what I'll do is I'll text you as soon as I get her schedule.
And I'll send an email, and I'll send one to him and Mary,
Okay.
and make sure it's cool with all of them.
Because I'm gonna get her stuff done this weekend too.
Carla.
That last, yeah,
Yeah.
that last drafting I gotta do for her. Turn that into her and me and her schedule today. Struggling on the list. Yours and your classes never have. I guess because it's more of my
It's your thing.
domain. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right, now you can check everything. And okay. Good enough? I'll just leave it over here just in case I need to.
That's it.
All right, you're ready. Go get my PPE.
It's right behind me.
This one, can check this thing. All right, check it out. 2 eyes, 4 eyes, very little. Go ahead, I'm ready. All right, you got the red light on. Yes, sir. We got power.
Now, flip it over to this part. There's it. Let's stop. We're going counterclockwise. You've already done the flip on the left side.
Yeah, the last set.
Now flip it over to dog, and now bump it. Right, so that's your job. That's good. Now I'll put it back and run. And the run. So check your overload. You can momentarily check about getting that red button. And that'll momentarily break your overload relay right there momentarily. If you wanted to do it like on a permanent trip, it'd be like a real McCoy trip. Just slide this over like that, say T, and it won't run. So if you just start, because you've lost that. Now, if you go across it and you measure both A1 to A2 right now,
How much they flip for?
around 130, so, you know, to go A1 and A2. Now, when I hold the button, you don't see anything, right? And it appears that there's no signal there. The way you can tell if you're missing a signal here or if it's something down here, if you move your common or your probe over here 96. You'll move it on the other side of the overload contact, put it over here. That's 95. Then you move over to 96. Use that, which is where the real neutral is. And now go to A1. You check your A1 now out to 96, and now you'll get it, you'll see the signal, you see it. So it's there. In other words, what that's telling you is you got voltage there, but you were just missing neutral. See? So when you click, you hit your blue button and clear it, it clears that, and now it goes in and run. It didn't run. Now you got your 120 across your A1 and A2 now. See? You're roughly 110 there. Yeah, okay, that's good. So I can bug the board now. I can have it bugged for Monday. And So as far as checking checking voltage and all, you done all that over there, so you're good to go with that. So let me make a note that you've done this, and then I'm gonna I'll bug it for Monday.
Sounds good to me.
And, we'll lock it out. I'll sign the paper that you got. So that's got you on both of those. Very good.
So, okay, so,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Make a note on that. I'll bring the note on that. Okay. So that's good. You can leave those wires over here for the control button, bottom of it, but good. Got lock on there.
yeah, we're locked it up before I even did anything.
Great, thank you.
Before I took off, you can do that.
Yes, sir. Very good, thank you. Let's see what we got. Okay, Brandon, is he still here? Okay. I'll give you no, not on the first lap. Not on the first lap. I'll show you what you'll start with. The lab is going to be in two sections. Now, it's the first part, you're just going to run in three phases from the fuses into the drive. 1, 2, 3. And you'll get 1, 2, 3. At that terminal switch, there's the motor, and you just go low voltage. So the first part, you're going to put a jumper in, so that you lift. This is the power flex 4, it's a quick start guide. It goes in two parts. The first part is you hook it up with nothing but the three phases coming in. We've got yours. So the incoming wires will go to L1, L2, and L3. You go from the fuses, the L1, 2, and 3 coming in, and then you go from the T1, T2 to T3, you go out here to 1, 2, 3 here. And it goes out one over, and also ground. It's ground going from the green screw down here, match up to that. So that the motor ground goes here, and it goes up to the ground bar. And other than that, as far as wiring goes, there's one jumper that has to go in. And that jumper goes from terminal 11 to terminal 1. When you're going to use the local controls here on the keypad.
So the first part of the way, you're going to use the start stop that's on the keypad instead of using the remote. So you're not going to do remote in the beginning. So that stuff has to be out of it. You need to have that stuff out of it. Okay, so the jumper that goes in there, it goes from 11 to 1 for this reason. The 11 is 24 volts DC, a built-in power supply, it's in drive. The 24 volt is what comes out to the remote button, it's like the remote stopping on when you can do remote. Now, for that drive to run off the keypad, here's what you gotta do. You gotta run a wire straight from 11 straight to 1. Straight to 1. Just a hard wire, if you're not using a remote stop button, but you just got to jump it to 11 to 1. See? And what that does, it puts the stop signal on 1 so you can drive with it. You've got to have input 1 and 24 volts on that drive at 1 wire. That's where all the drives are. I don't know if that way they're not having extra stop signal. They got to have the 24 volts there. They want to start it all even off the keypad. Okay. There should be a jumper in here already. Just make the little jump. Make the little jump right side on wire there. And just jump right. Right. So the layout of this strip here, this is the physical layout of it out here. And this is the schematic of that strip. So basically this is where 11 is, but this is the physical layout of it. And the schematic view of that strip is it says what each terminal is and what it ties to when we do the remote, the second part of the layout. The best way to learn a drive is to do it local. And then we're going to put the parameters back on factory default by doing one little push button. It's going to reset the drive back to factory steps like you get that box. You run it off this thing, we're going to have this basic programming on the nameplate into this. And then from that point, then you add the remote line. Okay. So this stuff here needs to be out of the way. So it can't get anything. The remote line. Same thing. All of your remote wiring needs to be out of the way there. You need to remove this and we just but it was hooked up from the previous line. Right. You can unhook everything and then we look at the track. And we go to here because this unload it and we do it that way. What you can do is, if you can't go ahead and land it, which is deep in the second part, we're not going to use that transformer at this point. I'll give you the second part. You go ahead and land those so that you won't have to unhook from there like he said. They're going to go into the transformer. So the extra sheet you have in your hand a while ago, where's that at? Yes, exactly. So the additional wiring that's involved for lights, this is the second part. Over here, you use the transformer. All you got to do is these two wires here. They go to the transformer, you can land those over the next one. Take these two right here. Well, I would take the L1 and go to the top one. It would actually work either way, it wouldn't matter. But it would make more sense to put the L1 at the top and the L2. That'll get those tied up there so you're not having to unwire, not Roger was saying. You have to redo everything completely. You just land those two on the view. And other than that, leave the rest of the stuff on the first place. You don't want other stuff involved when you're trying to run it local. You want to know how to actually set the drivers to do it from the keypad first local, and how to do some basic programming that we match the motor and drive together. But all you're going to be doing is what you like. you won't use it if it's left away. Put your jumper in there from 11 to 1, and then run your 3 phases in, and then run it down to here. If you, fund up, if you can't do that already, okay, so that's, do that way on do. That's on yours. On yours, it doesn't have a transformer in there in the way that, so all you need is to simply undo what's there and redo it, and then put the jumper in from 11 to 11.
Well, hold on, wouldn't you,
If you don't want that on this line, just get it out of it. Just remove, where's the screen, where's the hard drive on it? Just pull it out, and put it in there. For this particular line. But if you want to go ahead and land it, it's okay, we're not going to program it for relay this time, but it will break. But we don't use the relay in the first place. Sounds good. That way y'all have your own labs at a time, if you're not here at the same time.
all right, well, let's see you Monday.
That's good. That's good with him. I put chapter 7 in blue, chapter 7, give you time to work on. How about we can make it happen?
Okay, I know that today with the labs and all, it's hard to get you really involved out there with the remotely. So the main thing you can do at home would be to make sure that you're up on your worksheets, chapter 6 or 7, or anything earlier that you may not have done, and you can contact me if you have any questions. And I hope you guys can get back to school soon, and I hope you have a nice weekend, safe one, a blessed one, and we'll see you back on Zoom Monday. Okay, and have a great weekend. Thanks for joining.